Well, good morning. A little early for you, a little late. I mentioned 11:30, but on my Twitter page, and I may have mentioned last night 11 on the broadcast. But getting it done a little early today. We got a 3:30 start this afternoon. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Little post-workout conversation here with you. I had promised, well, I didn't say promise, but I'd hoped to go out to the people and take the show on the road today. But in good old TV fashion, the workout takes up an hour and we're still running behind here. So anyway, we don't have really a lot today. I just thought we'd kind of catch up real quick. You have any questions or comments about yesterday and about what's going on, where we sit? Just to recap yesterday, Monarchs got the start yesterday, got going. We got 2 innings into the ball game, and they covered the field, and rightfully so. It came down pretty hard, pretty steady here in western suburbs of Chicago. Let me move this back just a bit here. There we go. Sorry about that. I will take your questions and comments, though, but if you've got anything. But, yeah, we got 2 innings in, trailing 2-0. Just kind of you can't do much about it. It was major rains here in the area last night. The Cubs got washed away. Chicago, the Dogs got washed away. Just a bad weather night all around. I mean, even coming back from the ballpark last night around here, just lightning shows and lightning shows and lightning shows. Pretty crazy. So no way to play last night. At least got it started. The good news is that we don't have to play a 9 and a 7. We're playing a 9 and a 7. Let me move this up just a tad. Well, maybe just a bit there. Lights kind of bright. The Monarchs and Cougars, because they play at 6:30 normally here, we got to start this thing at 3:30 this afternoon. So that's game one. And luckily we got 2 innings in, because if not, we'd be playing, let's just say we had started it and got 2 batters into it. We have to play 9. Because we got 2 into it, we'll play this game to completion, which is going to be 7, and a 7-inning game behind it. So that sort of works out as a bit of a break, I think, for both clubs, really. And really, in King County, since they one more loss, they're out of contention. Kansas City now, we'll check the standings here. We can do that right now. Upload your standings. Because the magic number didn't change, but it now became even with both Cleburne and Lincoln, because Cleburne last night did win, coming back to beat Sioux Falls. Boy, Sioux Falls has been giving some folks some trouble. Yeah. So we say next, so who this club sees next week. But here are your standings. Let me bring those up to you right now. There we go. Couple of notes. First off, you'll notice the Monarchs have a little mark by their name. That's a playoff spot clinched. Now, nothing has been clinched but a playoff spot. Still best record in the league. Chicago, who's won 5 in a row, 8 of 10. They are 4 games behind Kansas City with the best record. But the Monarchs have the head-to-head. So there's that. Fargo won again. They're 6th in a row. I'm telling you, there are 2 really, really juggernauts in that North Division that are just rolling. The combined 11 straight wins between the first and second place team. And all Fargo can do is be 2.5 back, although they're 2 games clear of Milwaukee, who's dropped 5 in a row. Now, here's the story, line number 1. Look right down number 4. Winnipeg is 3 back. Now, I believe this. We can debate this all we want, but this whole 3-team playing thing, we talked about it 4 weeks ago, whenever it happened, that this was going to benefit Winnipeg. You're seeing that come to fruition. I still don't know if they got enough in the tank left, but they swept Milwaukee yesterday, and they win today. They would close within 2 games in Milwaukee. So there's that in play as well. So that's the first item on the standings I want to share with you. Secondly, Milwaukee finds themselves 4.5 behind Chicago, 2 behind Fargo. So they got a lot to worry about in front of them and a lot to worry out their bumper. So there's that. Kansas City, of course, down south, 59-28. Now, again, the other storyline was Cleveland's win last night. Lincoln's rain out in Chicago means 47-40 for Cleveland, 47-40 for Lincoln. They're both 12 games back. The magic number for Kansas City still stays at 2 tonight. Any combination of the wins and losses would drop it down to 0. Sioux City, 13.5 back. Now they're a game and a half behind the play-in game. They were off last night. Sioux Falls, 26 back, and Houston is 46 back. But the two big notes to share with you from last night is the Winnipeg resurgence and Cleveland pulling into that second place tie with Lincoln. Also of note, those two clubs have a big series beginning. It's a 4-game series. Thursday night in Thursday night in Lincoln, because they're playing the double dip today. Yeah, so it's Thursday night in Lincoln. Lincoln, it's Thursday. Yeah, that's right. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 games in Lincoln. Really big ones for both ball clubs. So there's that in play. So anyway, there's all your storylines right there. Monarchs, of course, just keep taking care of their business. A chance to take care of 2 today. Games 1 and 2 of the series. Now, here's the situation with the pitching rotation today. Justin Schaefer did go in game 1 yesterday. He will not come out in game 2. We expect to see Matt Hall, the lefty from there in Kansas City, and from Independence. He will go in game 1, probably an inning, 2 perhaps. And then the bullpen taking over, I would suspect Elroy Urbina would be your first candidate there. It could be anybody else, but I imagine Elroy is the guy in that spot. He has been. Game 2 will be Donatello going for Kansas City. Now, for the Cougars, they're going to go with Josh Tolles in the opener in the bullpen behind him. Well, Tolles, we know last time he faced Kansas City went 7 innings. Allowed just a 2-run run. So I don't know how much of their bullpen's in play. Now, in game 2, Eddie Medina, who was just recently signed by them, he will go – my cap's all crooked there. Eddie Medina will go in game 2 for them, facing Justin Donatello in the 7-inning ball game. Expected to begin around 6:30 is the expectation. So, again, Cheryl says, so excited to be heading to the playoffs. Even with all the roster changes, Joe is so good at what he does and puts together winning teams. Go Monarchs. Yeah, Cheryl, good point. This morning, owner Mark Brandmeyer and I were on Stephen St. John and Nate McCady's show, the Border Patrol, there on 810 in Kansas City, Sports Radio 810. And the very last thing I said, because I felt like it needed to be addressed, was, besides players and this team, what they're doing, don't forget about what Joe Capietra means to this ball club. And Cheryl's right. I'd be remiss if I didn't say it. That's what I told them on the air. I mean, Joe's made Kansas City, the Monarchs, a destination on the way, not a stop. And I think that's a big difference. A lot of times guys will go to these independent places, kind of just, okay, it's my year to indie ball and I'll get back to affiliated, or what am I going to do next? Guys, they want to be here. They want to win. They know the winning is going to happen, the culture of winning, and also the culture of getting a chance to go chase your major league dreams. And that culture is there. I was talking to the gentleman here, Joe Brandt, who's the play-by-play voice of King County. He's never been through this before. He worked for King County since 2014. So in the old Midwest League, he saw affiliated ball. He's never been in this situation where, this is more like affiliated ball for him because King County's not playing, very well right now. But I told him that, George Samus is going to build, the manager here in King County, he's going to build something here. And that's what the exciting part about this league is. You can build things, and George has a very similar culture to what Joe has. They're not all the same, but it's very similar. And, I think that's something we talk about a lot on this show, on the air. But Cheryl, you're right on. It's huge. And the culture of winning and bringing in talent, next guy up, pivoting, or what do you want to call it, Losing a Gregory Vasquez and finding a Justin Donatello. I mean, losing a Jan Hernandez and finding Ibandel Isabel. And two, the talent is so deep that a lot of this comes from within too. I mean, Morgan McCullough has been outstanding. I mean, Ryan Grosjean's been outstanding. Colin Willis has been, I talked about the other day, steady as she goes. I mean, you've got some really, really, really special ball club. And I also told 810 today, it's special. I don't want to get everybody Nostradamus and tell you it's a winner. This thing's done and dusted, because anything can happen in the postseason. But you're going to get yourself there with a really good ball club in pretty good shape. Ryan Grosjean played last night. So your Providence Medical Center health report looks a lot better. So there's that. So, really, I'm interested to see what Matt Hall brings tonight, former big leaguer. Of course, we talked about him, signed over the weekend, a left-hander. I'm interested to see what he brings tonight. He's been Superman, Dan. There's no doubt. I mean, he has been Superman. And, here's the guy. Let's go back to June 10th, 8th, somewhere there. He was catching and sort of playing wherever he solidified that short spot. And boy, just been phenomenal in that leadoff spot. And really doing something special. Yeah, you're right, Dan. Mr. McCullough, Superman. There are a lot of superheroes in this ball club, though, Dan. There are a lot of them. And but you're right. You're definitely right. I will take your questions and comments. It's not a lot to get to, except, again, we'll be on the air at 3:30 today. So we'll come on the air right around 3, a little bit later, but usually only a half hour before. But we're picking up this ball game. I'm going to really pick it up with a couple little segments in the pregame. We'll do a full pregame in game 2, more or less. But that'll be on MixLR tonight. Again, I will take your questions and comments right here. Whole team of superheroes, right? No doubt about it. All righty. AABaseball.tv. That'll be at the top, or on the top, it'll be 3:30. So that'll go on the air. And, of course, our MixLR on the Monarchs Broadcast Network, that goes on. Again, it'll be sort of about the quarter after, maybe 20 after, because there's not a lot. We're picking that game up, and we'll just pick it up, and I'll give you a little quick association numbers. Any news I have, excuse me. Boy, I got a long day ahead of me, and I haven't had my coffee yet. So excuse me, pardon me, and I'm dehydrated from working out. So, anyway, last questions. Last call for comments and questions here. We got to get going. Got a ballpark to get to. I'll give you guys just a moment here. Again, MixLR tonight. Don't forget, coming home on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, final 3 regular season games at Legends Field in Kansas City. So I'd love to have you guys out. Tomorrow's show, I just realized I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I had scheduled a lunch with a longtime friend of mine, Curtis Haug, who's the GM here, and I'm assuming that's going to be at noon. So I might do this at 11 somewhere. I don't want to do it at the hotel again, but I may have no choice. I really want to take you out to – I tried one little shop that I want to go to, a little coffee shop there in Geneva, but I just, again, oh well. Pleasant problem to have, trying to be in shape, right? Thanks, Kenny. Appreciate it. Love you, man. Much love to you. Appreciate you. All righty, last call there for questions and comments. Monarchs again and the King County Cougars tonight. That'll be at 3:30 first pitch to resuming game number 1. That'll be a 7-inning finish, right? Because we're in the third. So we're going to start in the third batting, trailing 2-0. There's that in the mix too. But Kansas City still got plenty of cracks at them. We see this offense, what they do, we'll see how it works out. Game 2, again, Donatello going against Eddie Medina. He's been re-signed here. Not re-signed. Wasn't St. Sioux Falls was re-signed or signed here, not re-signed. Signed here over the weekend. So, all right. That's Monarchs Mocha. That's quick, fast, efficient today. I'll try to get you guys somewhere out there tomorrow, I hope. Maybe early. We'll probably come your way on the 11 o'clock hour for checking out as well. And maybe I'll do it after lunch. I don't know. I know a lot of you folks like the early start. Some of you folks like the noon start. Some of you folks like the later start. I'll just get it done tomorrow somehow, some way. All right. All together now. 1, 2, 3. First off, I'll see you in the broadcast tonight. Then it's 1, 2, 3, go Monarchs, right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go Monarchs. See you in the broadcast. Not everybody.